Hey everyone, Attack Potato here with OSG and another ship, pilot, and upgrade discussion. I want to continue this week's uploads with the theme of hard countering imperial ships, imperial point sinks, the big beasts on the other side of the field that are really going to screw you over if not dealt with in an efficient manner. And with the last video I talked about the HWK and countering Whisper specifically, and in this video I'd like to counter the Decimator. I've seen the Decimator as well as the Fire Spray, to keep with the theme of large Empire ships, ruin a lot of people's day. And the easiest way I've found to counter it is also one of the same ways I have countered Whisper, and that is using Ion. Now, the most effective way to get those two Ion tokens on a large ship, because you need two, you can't get away with just using one, is to use the Z-95 Headhunter Lieutenant Blount pilot card. Now, you're looking at 2 stats all around on this guy. 2 attack, 2 agility, 2 hull, 2 shield. Pretty squishy. Not that fantastic. Can't gain an agility action. But he's coming in at pilot skill 6 for only 17 points, and that's really not bad. He's got 2 upgrade slots, and you really need to use the most of those and really try and synchronize them with his ability as a pilot. Now, what we're looking at here is when attacking, the defender is hit by your attack, even if he does not suffer any damage. It may not seem like that's really that useful right off the bat, but we're going to try and, kind of synchronize that with the upgrades. So we'll start with the first upgrade. First thing you're going to worry about is your ion pulse missiles. Now, these are a 3-point upgrade for the missile slot, only used in range 2 to 3. You get 3 attack dice, which really in this case doesn't matter. You do need to spend a target lock and discard the card to use it, but it's worth it. We got the words here of, if this attack hits, the defender suffers 1 damage and receives 2 ion tokens, then cancel all dice result. This is important. As we've stated before, you need 2 ion tokens to force these large ships to move only 1 forward the next turn. And since ion tokens disappear at the end of the turn, it can get kind of difficult unless you dedicate more than 1 ship to it. This solves your problem. Now, you do have to use this at range 2 to 3, which means you have to keep Lieutenant Blount a little bit out of the fight, at least at first. But this is not a bad idea anyway, because he can be a little bit squishy on the field. 1 turn of really dedicated heavy firepower can bring him down. And if you're bringing him for this reason, you're going to see that a lot. He's going to get focused hard. And the next upgrade, I think, will help counter that a little bit. We're going to be using the Elite Modification upgrade here. And what we're going to do is use Veteran Instincts. This is a 1-point upgrade, almost always worth taking on anything that can take it. Increasing your pilot skill by 2. That's going to put Lieutenant Blount up to a pilot skill of 8. This is perfect. You're going to be moving last most activation phases, and you're going to be shooting first in most combat phases, which means that your first turn using that ion pulse missile is the last turn you need to use it. It's going to hit no matter what, and if you attack first, it doesn't matter who they're going to level against you. You've already succeeded in your mission. That Fire Spray or that Decimator is only moving 1 forward next turn, and you can maneuver away from it accordingly, because you don't have to wonder, is my ion going to hit? Am I going to get both tokens off? Can I really shut this thing down? No. No questions. You know. This is happening. Guaranteed. Now, after you use that missile, you're stuck with kind of a bare bones 2 skill all across the board ship for 17 points. You're not going to get a whole lot more use out of him than this unless you do some really good maneuverability. With the Z-95, you're looking at best a 3-point K turn, which can be helpful. And you've still got your 2 agility, but you do not have the ability to use an agility dice. You can't barrel roll. It can be kind of limited. But I think if you're struggling with these large ships, these Fire Sprays and these Decimators, it's worth bringing. It's worth having that guaranteed 2 ion tokens the turn you need it, without having to wonder. There's no questions. So anyway, in closure, I think that pretty much covers everything. It's a fantastic ship. It's relatively cheap points-wise. This is your middle ground pilot, mid-points range. It can get a little bit more expensive than that, but I haven't really found the more expensive pilots to be very useful in the strategies that I employ on the field. But this will help. This will help you deal with those guys that just had to get the Decimator right when it came out, and they've been ramming your ships all day long, figuratively and literally. Anyway, that's it. It's a fantastic ship. Please Please ignore the battle-damaged wing there. He's seen a lot of love so far. This, again, is Attack Potato with OSG. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got anything else to add, drop it in the comments afterwards. I hope to see you guys later. Have a good one, guys. Happy New Year.